Sweet. I think I'm live then. Alright, cool. We've got audio in there. Pretty sure we've got audio to Ableton. Just scroll down and yeah. And just you in the corner. Live chat. Make it a bit taller. Yeah, we'll just 7U. Okay. I don't know if I should zoom this out more. Nah. Leave it as is for now. Okay. When the chat's there, you can see that, hopefully. Let me just do play check. Yeah, okay, they can see that. Sweet. Cool. So, where's my sticky note I made yesterday? Make sure there's a live template, make sure you cut it to live stream, upload it separate video. Cool. So, this is my template, basically. So, let's break it down into 3 parts to start off with, and we'll go from there. So, I have a reference track area, so this sits separately in a separate group away from what I call the pre-master group. This is for dragging in references. I don't really use it anymore because I have a reference plugin that I can just put on the master. This is by mastering the mix. It's it automatically gain compensates for the 2 of them, which is nice. So I can throw that on the master. That was there. I will remove that now because I don't need it. And then I've got the whole sidechain trigger thing, but we'll get onto that when we get to the sidechain of the groups. So let's minimize all these into what they are. So I've got a drums group. In the drums group, I've got a basic setup for kicks and snares. I've got an EXO, which is a kind of drum synth thingy. It organizes your drum files. You've seen me use it before in a few different streams. Hey, Chuckles, what's up, man? Happy to see you back. Happy to see you, my dude. And yeah, so the EXO is there. Always hosting that. I've got some addictive drums just in case I want some live drums thrown into the mix. And a couple of drum racks just for any other random little bits I want to throw in there. Now, what I do have on every channel is this quick edit thing. It's just really useful to have. It saves me from having to go into the transport controls on the right hand side. Not the transport controls, the mixer controls on the right hand side. So it's just basic volume control, mono, stereo, so like mid sides. So I can solo the mids by going all the way down to the left and solo the sides by going all the way up. I've got a low cut and high cut. This is only active, you can see, so the EQ is actually off until it goes past 40 Hertz on the high pass, and that's what engages it. So when it's down all the way, it just means that the EQ is completely bypassed from the signal. And then I have a compressor on almost at all times. That should be defaulted like that, and then I can dry wet it. But hey, seems like I've got compression on all the time. Maybe that's why I don't like the sound of it. Sometimes I delete it and I'm like, it's doing something to my audio, and that's probably what it is. And yeah, they've just got basic attack, release, threshold. The three major controls that you need. So yeah, that's what's going on all of the quick edits that you see me tweak about with really quickly. Having those set up is quite nice. I can post a link to one of these quick edits. I think it's quite an old thing. So I don't think it's mine. I know I edited it. I changed it so that the low cut thing engaged when I wanted it. So I know that I did that. Other than that, I think that's something you can grab online. And yeah, so I've got my drums group. I've got synths group, which is just basically all my favorite synths that I like to grab. Contacts in there. I've got a Juno 6, a Prophet, a OBX, OBXA, Arturia, and then an Omnisphere. So all of those are quite nice to have on hand. It's why my CPU is idling at 20% though, so sometimes I do delete them when I'm not using them, especially when I get later on into a project. I just have one serum in the base project, in the base thing. And I think on each of these I have a limiter. Yeah, so I got a Pro L that's not really doing much. Like, it's giving a little bit of boost to the synths. I probably should have that off, but it's just there to sort of like make it cut through a little bit more. I have a star level compressor. This really shines on vocals. But if you don't know about the star level, I'd recommend you go check out a video on it. It is a magic little box. The plugin doesn't do nearly as much as the hardware unit does, but it does have a little bit of its magic in there, which is nice. It's like a black box, or like it's just a really, really saturated soft compressor that it's basically like an 1176, where like you basically get as much compression as you drive into it as you get out of it. If you don't know what a 1176 is, they probably don't call it that, do they? 117 plugins. I can show you my Waves plug. I got my Waves plugins working today, so I can show you in here. There we go. Got a 76 stereo there. So this is basically the equivalent. So like you get as much in as you get out of it, basically. So yeah, there's that. And this is just a really, really tubey, really warm version of this. Even though this is quite coloured itself, it's just an even more coloured version. So yeah, that's on the group for my synths. I might start doing what I did yesterday with because this is my bass. I mean, basically like my subs, but I do also put like some mid basses and stuff in here when I'm working. But what I would normally do on this channel is I would have a Pro MB. So let me put this on here. Always have a limiter on at the end, just to sort of like keep it controlled. It's doing, I'm gonna grab it. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's super transparent. What I might do is there's a way. What was it? I remember watching a video recently, and it said that the most transparent way to set this up, and I haven't got it set up like that. I do have it in one of my D&B projects, so I'll get that up. But basically, like what you do is you allow, like you put, is it the transients all the way down and release all the way up, and then I think it's like, maybe soft attack, fast release, with 0 look ahead. And then that's like the most transparent way you can have this limiter set up, I believe. I could be totally wrong, but we're going to go with that for now. I'll correct it in post in the video when it goes live. Or what I'll probably end up doing is cutting this out of the live stream and then making a whole video of it separately, and just chop up all the bits where I'm just unsure. So I've got some effects. I've got a this is a cool little effect, to be fair. I use it quite a lot. So basically it's just some white noise in Serum going through a metal bowl ringing sound. Can I find that? If I click on, let me master collection. Holy bowl. Oh. There we go. No, that's not it. Maybe that is it. No, 11.2. That's what it is. So it's literally just like a ringing Foley sound. And then put that on the convolution, set up so it's like basically just running through the convolution algorithm in hybrid reverb, rather than just the was it just the reverb network. So like basically, there we go. I can set it up just like that. So if I turn off this obviously just like, yeah, it's just some white noise. Then you just put a convolution of like some metal bowl. So yeah, loud and obnoxious, but you can kind of get some cool sounds out of it. I don't know. Yeah, so if you change the pitch, it changes around as well. Yeah, kind of a cool little background thing you can put in there. Just drop it like 12 dB, and it's like, it's just a nice little texture to have running in the background. A little bit of reverb on it, sounds quite nice. And then I've got a samples bit down here, and this is just for throwing in random samples into, mainly like my vocal samples or vocal chops and things. I rarely use this one, to be honest. But when the projects do start getting big and stuff, I will throw things into there. So yeah, what else is there? So there's the sidechain group. So this is like the main reason for having everything set up in this way. So like on top of what? Hang on, I've just realised that the chat's not working. Oh, one sec. Hey man, you're right. You're a legend. Thank you so much. That looks like it.
I'm always confused between.
Yeah. I think this one's got 2 of them, hasn't it?
Yeah, does your card have?
Yeah, it should do. I've got a 1080 Ti, so it should be old enough to have this input. But yeah, that's the one. So I didn't mean to bang on your door when you're in a meeting, mate.
Oh yeah, no worries. No worries, it's fine.
Actually,
yeah, that's very easy.
Alright, so that's my new flatmate dropping off a cable for me that I asked for, so I can get multiple screens set up. Right, let me troubleshoot why this isn't working. One sec. So, you. Yeah, why aren't you displaying? Oh, it is. It's just not low enough. God damn. Okay, we'll do that. Sorry, Chuckles, mate. Just didn't have your contributions to it then. My apologies. Sorry, I'm just gonna check this real quick. Doesn't look right. Okay, never mind. It's probably because I'm on a 1080p display and it's done it in 1440. Let me double check this real quick. Yeah, that looks fine. Cool. So, sidechain routing, and all that good stuff. So, God, I made this so complex, and I don't know why I did. It doesn't need to be this complex at all. Basically, you can ignore this whole thing here, because I don't think these are actually affecting anything. So let's remove this, because this just looks so confusing, and it really doesn't need to be. So that can go away. So I have two compressors, one for the kick, which is set up through the side shit. So, well, let's break this down. The sidechain is set up through a kick trigger group. Okay, the kick trigger group has some sounds. So we've got an S click and a K click. These are both noise looped like operators basically, and then you've got a note length on them, and the note length is just choosing how long this operator is going to play for once the note is triggered. And these are actually triggered from the drum group, the kick and snare. So you can see here I've gone into, so the kick and snare are in its own little thing in the drum racks, and then by setting up new MIDI channels, you can go into the input and say that the input is from the kick and snare channel, and then you choose where from. So I've chosen kick 2 for my kick input. Like instrument rack, kick 2, post effects, and then the same with the snare group, but with the kick 2, because there's a kick 2 here in white. So there's a kick 2 in the snare group, and that's basically just emitting. It doesn't really matter what it's emitting, because it's sending the MIDI data to that group, to this send. And then I don't know why I've got this set up like this, but maybe it was so I could find. Oh, I don't know. Basically, these could be totally obsolete. These two, I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know why those two are there. MIDI in. Maybe what I originally wanted to set up was these were taking the clicks in. I could change the pitch to affect maybe. Oh, wait, hang on. No, I know why I've set this up. So this is obviously coming through on so if you ignore the what is it, the piano roll for the MIDI information, it would obviously emit on a C1 and a C sharp, a C1 and a C sharp one. And then the reason why I put this in was to change the pitch. So you got the range set to the lowest and set to C2, and then that one's set to C sharp 2, and then that will trigger here. Oh god, trying to think back and like why I've done it is so difficult. Basically, that takes the input from here and won't take any input from anywhere else. So if I decide to load in kicks and shit onto other channels, basically the other MIDI information will not get triggered to trigger these. So I could add a secondary kick, for example, into here, and then it wouldn't trigger the sidechain. I could put in my own ghost kick and it will not fuck with the sidechain. Is basically my reasoning behind setting it up like this. So then this should be getting triggered from that, and that should be getting triggered from this. And then you should be getting triggered from that, which you're not. Why aren't you getting triggered from that? Oh, wait, output to K-click? Sidechain click? Maybe I couldn't get it to work, so maybe I don't do that. That's why that's there. Okay, that's fine. So we'll take this kick, take the output from the instrument rack kick to post effects. You're not the right one, are you? No, we'll find out. Okay, there we go. So that's the snare, but I don't want the snare, I want the kick. So we're going to go into kick and snare, and then find maybe the big kick, post effects. There we go. Sound. And then we'll go into do the same thing but with the snare. So we'll do K click, kick to post effects. Oh, that was the one I was looking for. Sound. So those two are now getting triggered. You can see by the little dots down here that it's triggering this. And then if we go into our sidechain group, why do you look different? Peak, look ahead. There we go. So basically it's just super clean sidechain that's that is, oh, you should probably be a bit louder. Oh wait, I've got that maxed out. Cool. So basically then I've got the gain of the input going like really loud, so it's just coming down as soon as it comes in. So it's taking, these compressors are taking inputs from the K click, the K sidechain click, and the S sidechain click, which are these two channels here. So just to make things less confusing, let's delete those because they're not important anymore. And they're just click channels, as you've seen in any other video about sidechaining. So with that, that's going into here. These are triggering these Live 8 compressors. It's important that these are the Live 8 compressors for the same reason in Mr. Bill's sidechaining video. If you haven't seen that, then you shouldn't be watching my video. You should go watch his first. And then that is followed by a duck for each one. And then the reason why this is triggering so quickly is because all it's doing is getting the transients out the way. So you'll actually see in the top right here, I've got 10 milliseconds of so like it actually triggers was it 10 milliseconds before or after? And basically I can change the look ahead on here so that it perfectly cuts away to allow the transients to come through. So I'm just thinking, like, how would that work? Because I think because it looks ahead, doesn't it? Yeah, because that's a delay by that, and then is this a negative delay based on the MIDI input? So it'll look ahead 10 seconds before this gets triggered here, and then it'll trigger, and then I can set on the sidechain of this either 1 or 10 milliseconds, so that I can get a perfectly matched decay time with the click, and that basically that just allows snares and kicks to cut through a little bit more, depending on, snares aren't too important because like there's not a lot of like transient information going on down there, but for sub bass it's important to get it out of the way just at the right time. So that's there doing that. Let me know if I'm like not explaining this correctly, or like let me know if it's like not like not how you want this explained. Like if I'm missing anything. But Bay Gray, what's on my guy? I'm just going through my my template at the moment. So yeah, God, this is so long-winded. Right, let me try and like summarize this. So the sidechain inputs are set up from a trigger input and the ducts. So the ducts are doing the main part of the sidechaining, and then the Live 8 compressor is doing like just the transients. So I have this set up. So I have these two MIDI channels set up with a note length at the beginning of them to do sort of with a really tight, attack and release settings as tight as I can, so that the note is only playing for 25 milliseconds. And I can change that if I want it to be tighter or not, but I just found 25 milliseconds works quite well. So I've got each individually set up for the kicking for this, the kick and for the snare, and I've got the sidechain input set up following where the kick and the snare go in my main drum group. So if I go into the kick, K&S, and then post effects and find it, find one of the instruments which is emitting the kick and one of the instruments which is emitting the snare, and then oh, why is this not updating? It's so annoying. I have to like click on it to update it. You know what? What we'll do is we'll hide this up here, and then that should update automatically now. I'm gonna give that a go. A Bay Gray. So just type in something randomly and see if it pops up. It's super useful already. I'm switching from FL to Ableton, so just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll pay attention. Cheers, man. Yeah, if you could write a message in the chat for me just to see if it updates on the stream, because I can see it separately from when it can be seen on the stream. So yeah, just give us a signal, and I'll see if it updates. If it doesn't, then we'll have to find a new workaround for this this thing displaying the questions. Basically, whilst we're doing this as well, I think I'll make this really big. There we go, sweet, it's updating live. Brilliant. Cheers for that, mate. So, what we'll do, just to make this easier for me to sort of manage as well. So just whilst we're chatting, I'll have the screen nice and big like this, and then we can go through it. So, yeah, that's how the sidechain's set up. Well, to be honest, you could quite easily get away with like, no, I think it's updating. Yeah, sweet. We're all good now. So, yeah, what was it? So the sidechain group set up like that. You probably could get away with like a couple Live 8 compressors and change the attack and release settings if you don't have that. You can definitely find this Live 8 compressor online. Someone has it. If you just type in Ableton Live 8 compressor and you can download that, that'll be a great way of doing it. But basically, like a lot of people in FL say that, like, you know, to get the cleanest like level of automation, you have to use these volume dockers. I mean, like you have to use volume automation, and it's the same with live really as well. But this is basically just a MIDI triggered, or an audio triggered actually. I think it's yeah. So this is set up from sidechain input, but because it's set up from the sidechain input of the click, it's triggering at the same time as this Live 8 compressor. And then it's basically just applying this volume automation shape to the output. And I will tweak this. This isn't set in stone. It's just set in relationship to my default kick and snare. And then if I play like a low note, so that's actually, you can hear that sort of ducking. If I maybe if I mute that. But what's really important is the reason why I've set it up that way is you can hear in that sine wave that there's zero clicking, and that is because that is due to a combination of the duck and the Live 8 compressor doing its thing, in the way that I've got it set up. So like an infinite ratio, a little bit of release on here. If you know, you can pause the video and have a look at it. You know, if you think I'm missing anything, which I probably am, but hey, definitely gonna look at this duck VST. I use Trackspacer. Yeah, Trackspacer is real similar, but it's what is it? It's multi-band, isn't it? So it's a bunch of different filters that are moving at the same time. I like how Duck seems to have a mixture of the Kickstart plugin and Trackspacer. Very useful. Yeah, and also you can do multi-band like automations and stuff. I just don't find it very. I don't know. I think by moving things really quickly, like volumes in filters, I find it creates it opens the door to have loads of like phase issues. That is me being like way too nitpicky and stuff. Like sometimes multiband works, sometimes just doing the volume works. Like you just need to figure out like what you're like. You need to experiment with this stuff and like sort of have it all lined up. Like Oliver did a great video recently. I think who's the guy that does all those live stream videos? Soul State, I think. That like Oliver did a live stream where he like compared all the different types of sidechaining and found that like you know, there's a bunch of like ways of making it cleaner and stuff like that. But you know, essentially all ways of sidechaining work quite well. Quite well. It's just a preference thing. And what's quite cool about this is like by changing the release time of this, you can sort of like get that pumping effect that you might want from sidechain, or you can get it really, really tight and just like really tuck it in there. And with the smoothing knob as well, like you just get it like sort of just get it as tight as you possibly can. Right. But yeah, even with all that like going on, there's still no clicking at all. So like maybe if you got it like really, really tight and they took away the smoothing, you probably get a little bit of clicking. But like that's why I've got the shape set like this as well. So there's like a little ramp going down, because basically the this little ramp going down, if I didn't have that, if I just dropped it, well, if I just had that like super tight on a right angle, even with the smoothing, there's a little bit of clicking, I think. Maybe if I turned off the kick. Man. Why is that? Why does that stop working? Oh, right. It's because I turned off the whole thing. So yeah, you can hear the smoothing really like working on that. So basically it's not ducking as quick enough. Maybe there is no need for this. Maybe I could just have it at a right angle. It doesn't really matter because it's getting taken over by this live eight compressor that's sort of just really like smacking down on it, and it's just making sure that there's no like, because with this smoothing knob, it smooths out the curve that you're doing, and if I just had the duck and just cut it really hard there'd be a little bit of like like the transient of like whatever drum I'm trying to cut out of the way wouldn't be cutting that out as quickly as possible. Yeah, so it's basically like a safety net to allow that transient to come through, because like when you're talking about transients of kicks and snares, like you're talking like microseconds, like like milliseconds, where it's really important for that sound to really cut through. And yeah, this is basically just like the overall shape of the ducking, whereas this is the speed of the ducking, my Live 8 compressors, because I never found like the Live 8 compressors to sort of like let go in the right way, whereas like this I can literally draw in exactly how I want it to like sort of come out, and like have a really nice sort of shape to it if I really wanted to. And like when I will leave it pretty basic like that, just for doing like the live streams and stuff, because I could just be like, well, that's enough. That's enough to like get the kick out of the way. The only thing I don't like about duck is that I can't change it to like milliseconds. I don't think I can anyways. Can I? There's an update. Maybe in one of the updates I could do that. But whoa, that's cool. Tiny duck. Yeah. I mean, what's the point when you got a variable thing? But yeah, anyways, that is my sidechain setup. That is how I have everything routed for the most part. I have some sends, but these change all the time, and I do use them sort of early game production. But oh no, my plugins aren't working again. Fuck's sake. Whatever, we'll just use the soft tube spring instead. That works just as well. That's a nice spring. Why aren't you working? Come on. Oh, it is working. I'm gonna keep that on there. Soft tube makes some cool plugins. Then I've got some Echo Boy going into a Dub Syndicate, Ableton's Echo preset, whatever that is. And then I have a room reverb, real simple room reverb. I'm pretty sure it's this Dark Hall preset, but yeah, it's just a random preset. And then I've got an OTT on here, like the plugin version of OTT. I think it sounds a little bit different to the Ableton OTT, even though on the website it says it sounds exactly the same. I don't think it does. So I've got a plugin OTT on here. And the reason why I've got this one is because it doesn't physically operate the same as the other one. I don't like touching it. And OTT is a very specific set of presets where there's an equal amount of upward compression, or nearly an equal amount of upward compression on all bands, and then like there's slightly differing compressions on the downwards compression. and that is specifically what makes it OTT. So like really what you should only be doing is either, well, maybe messing with the depth, these 4 knobs at the top, basically like the input gain, the output gain. Yeah, maybe put that up to like, God, you can go quite loud with that, can't you? I like to put like either the input or the output gain at like +6, just because I change that. Surely, yeah, there we go. Where are you? 6. Why are you not doing what I want you to do? There we go. I'm just so OCD with that sort of shit. It doesn't really matter. You should be listening to your stuff, but when something's just like, yeah, I want 6 dB, and it's like, will not go there by 2. Just annoying. But yeah. And then I've got, so yeah, basically, if I minimize all of it, I've got my drums, a sidechain group, and a no sidechain group. So anything that I don't want sidechained, I'll move down into the no sidechain group. Anything I do want sidechained, I keep in the sidechain group. And that's about it, really. Oh, I need a coffee. Yeah, normally what I'll do as well is I'll have these like, I don't know, around like 70% with the side chains, just because I don't know, I used to have 100% sidechain because I was like, oh, I just want to hear my kick, but and no bass. But then I started to make kicks that didn't quite go all the way down to the sub region, so like having the sub totally kick out the way every time a kick hits just didn't really make sense. So yeah, there's that. Do I have anything on my drum? So I really like having this 160 compressor on my drums now. I'll use this on almost all my drums. I have a little preset that I made. I stole it from Halogenics. It's because I quite like having minimal drums in my tracks, and this is perfect for the drums. Like, so it does ring a little bit, but you should be like, everything should be gain staged properly. So if well, to be fair, I don't even need to do that. I just, because it will distort having that in there. So what I will do is just use a utility. Use a utility, knock it down by 8 dB. It's adding so much beef to the drums. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously it's adding loads because of like the massive increase in volume, but like it is doing something else to it as well. Like if I level match it, so how much is this saying this is adding? 20 dB, so I don't know. It's adding like loads of peaks and stuff to it, and it's just like it's really giving it like an aggressive bite, and then I catch it with a limiter at the end. It's just adding loads of like transient to it when there's not a lot of transient there. I mean, there's a lot of transient there. What am I about? So like you can see the kick transient is like maybe like a dB louder than everything else, and then I put this VC60 on it, and it's like it's adding like a transient of like like it's 15 dB or something crazy, but like you just catch it with a limiter and like, you know, make sure it's the make sure it's pretty transparent. It's just got so much weight to it, I don't know. It's not just like a loudness knob either. It's like, you know, I could increase this by 20 dB and then just see it. Like, that just sounds shit. Like it's doing something to it. I just don't know what it's doing, but it sounds lit. Bring that down to about like, you know, 12, whatever the fuck it was at. Maybe let's drop it by 10. Oh shit, not 10. Drop it by 10. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Let's get on to making something. So I didn't really know what I wanted to make today. I didn't want to continue on the track I started last night, just because I haven't got the balls to try and unpack all that. I was thinking maybe start with some pads or something. Make something with the OBXA. And then maybe like put like something vocally behind it. I don't know. So how long is this? How long is that aim of time? That is 8 bars. Kind of want to make 32 or 16. We'll do a 16. Try and make a 16 bar. 16. Cool. So we'll make this an F because it's easy to transpose around from there, because like you wouldn't really want to go much higher than like an A, and you wouldn't go much lower than like C sharp. So it's like a good like middle ground. For pitching for bass music. So normally I just go like I'll dig through the pads. So I think I've used that one quite a bit before. That's why I've got a little heart on it. Oh, maybe what I'll do is as well as I'll make this smaller now, just because I don't need all that space no more. Okay, maybe we'll try something else. All these are great. I'm just having a listen to them because I don't remember them. Basically, start from 10. So basically, I just like because a lot of these presets they try to be quite full-bodied and stuff, and like obviously people that are writing with this synth, they're gonna be making 80s style music, and they heavily relied on the sounds of like these synths and stuff. But I'm making music that's a little bit more complex than that, so I need to like find space for it. Cool. What I'll do maybe on the end of this is shimmer, so I can sort of like blend it. I feel like this is quite. I don't know, I feel like it's quite mono signal. I'm not hearing a lot of stereo going on right now. Why? Where's my stereo at? You? No. Is it you? Shouldn't be you. Am I just like immune to stereo? What's going on here? There is no stereo for you. No, one sec. Yeah, I'm hearing no difference when I do that. Oh, strange. That's definitely stereo. Is it my output settings? Are you hearing it in stereo, guys? Or is it just me? There we go. as stereo. It was my voice meter settings in mono. There we go. I mean, that's a pretty interesting sound as is, but let's see if we can make it any more interesting. What I might do is group this filter and then have one run dry, have one resonant sort of moving around. And I could find something to profit. I don't like black box anymore, fuck off. Oh. You're cool. Yeah. I like that. Maybe what we'll do is do the whole input from 15 thing so that I don't have to worry about and then we'll take input from 15 from you. And maybe this one as well. We'll have like a Juno texture come in later. So like a soft stack on that. Oh, the Juno's freaking out. Juno. It's called Jun. Jun V6. When it does its thing. There we go. There we go. Let me just set that. see if we can find an atmosphere to go in here now. There's a spooky atmosphere. And then just top it off with a bit of character. Throw some of that. You know what? There's actually some weird shit in here, you know. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could get that to follow that, see what that sounds like. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you. Cool. That sounds groovy. Let's get some RC20 on that. On the synth group. Cool. That sounds pretty interesting. It's all coming from like one MIDI clip. They're kind of cool. Yeah, let's make a bass sound. Make some kicks. Just make some drums. Make some hi-hat grooves. Why is this? Why is it just making noise? Yeah, he's funny. There we go. Yeah, so it just follows the sound when it happens. Cool. Yeah, I didn't like any of that. That was fucking awful. It's you know what, let's keep the kick. Use different snap. And then what we'll do is just turn off everything. Well, VS2 is this is XO by Excellent Audio. Is you can basically just like load all your samples into it. It's great. and it just organizes it like randomly. So if I just put in like closed hi-hat, it will just pull up all of my samples that are a closed hi-hat. Well, within to a degree. It hasn't. What was it? Yeah, if it refreshes my samples, it'll throw a bunch more in there now. This is only like the basic version though. I haven't got the full version of it. Oh god, so many more samples now. Yeah, and you can like each one of these little dots is an individual sample. It's pretty mad. I'm not gonna lie. And then it's got like its own sequencer and stuff in it as well, and you can like pan them and tone shape them, and yeah, it's cool. Beat combiner. Never used that. Don't know what it is. Sample combiner. Yeah, this is a whole new thing that I need to look into, but I just use it as basically. I'm super unorganized, as I'm sure most people are with music, and this is just this is a really interesting way of like how to organize it all. Alright, that should be enough hats. Get something going. I want another little yeah. Doesn't feel like it's got that much groove to it. Could even like, I think these could be good hats for like a garage beat. And then maybe just like rim. Or click. Yeah. I just need to go back into XO, change the pattern. How did I do it yesterday? Into fucking beefy beef sub. I think it was like this. We'll just go with this for now, and then like I don't know, maybe add some minor envelope bits to this. So rapid. Boom, boom, boom. More. Need some like breaky bits in there as well. Break. Maybe if I find another bit in this. Let's try that transient trick again. Maybe -12, -6. Yeah. Sick. We just need some like sort of call and response thing going on with this bass, so like do 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 whoop whoop whoop. Something like that, but then obviously a lot lower in volume. Maybe like OSR. No. What about the MS2? I don't want so much drive. I want this kind of clean, this one. Maybe I could have that quite high. Then have the filter do the movement. The movement. Movement. Give me all the envelope. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Right, now I need to basically duplicate this and then make the sub bass for both of these. Delete that. Top. And then take off all the filter movement. Actually, no, I'm going to keep you on. I'm going to make you for 2 master tuning. One way and one. And then, what was it? It was like Saturn. I boosted quite a lot. 5 dB on there. And then the Volcano. With tube filter. Quite gentle at like 300-ish. EQ. now. If we can find a vocal to go over that. I just fucking see what Splice has got for now. Sort of keep the momentum going a little bit. How do I know what output you're going to? Preferences. I'm in the preferences. General. Nice. Right. Okay, so you should be working, but you're not. So why aren't you? Motherfucker. Why am I offline? Don't be offline. Skip tour. Just let me fucking play my shit. Yeah, single downloads to this computer, you fucking idiot. Why are you not working? You suck. Fine, whatever. Screw you. R&B could work. BPM 135. Oh yeah, vocals. Whoa. Turn you the fuck down, you're too loud. Oh, you guys can't hear. Goddamn. Why? Alright, let's see if I can add an audio source. Audio output capture. Okay. Yeah? You? Will that work? There we go. There we go. That kind of work.
What I gotta prove that I'm worth it for you. And you lie, I cannot realize, I cannot be fine. Ooh, yeah. What I got, I cannot realize, I cannot be fine. Think about it, boy, you gon' think about me. You and your views, you and your views. I cannot realize, I cannot be fine. Take what you can. What I gotta prove that I'm worth it for.
Yeah, it's gonna work quite well. Nice, let's see if that's alright, cool, that should all have come through now. Sounds, can I just go into packs or something? Like, pack. Yeah, I've got the pack. Download the whole thing. Do I have to do it fucking individually? Oh, so dead. Right. I want all of the ones in F. Give me all the ones in F. Boom, 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 boom. Because I can just chop them up and get them to fit. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I've never really done this before, so this is interesting for me. I don't know how interesting it is for you to watch some guy fuck about the splice sample, but hopefully we can do some interesting stuff with it. Sweet. Are you gonna work? You're not, are you? Because fuck you. No, I'm going back to the old version of Splice because it's clearly not fucking working. Oh, wow, yeah, look at that. Not there. Sound. Oh, wait, hang on. What's it downloading? Where are you downloading to? Ooh, that's not good. Why is that on my C drive? Shit. Shit. How big is that? That was only two gigs first. Alright. Maybe we can live on there. For now. Cool. Well, I guess I gotta wait for that thing to do its thing now. Which is annoying. Effects. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that anymore. I'm gonna have to like just mute that for now. Oh, fuck's sake. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna render it. Take the input from 16 synths. In. I mean, it's not going to record that big old splash at the end, so that's fine. So we got that. Can I show that in Explorer? Sweet. Can delete that. Yeah. I'll rename that later. Say that. Are you nearly done yet? Come on, mate. Come on, man. Just want to get access to my vocals. I mean, none of these are playing, so why aren't any of them playing? I just want to have a look. Can I just cancel that and just go into my packs and... Right. But why aren't you playing? What is going on? What a shit. I've got the pack, haven't I? Yeah, sound, and then... My sounds. In your library. Yeah, it says... Okay. I mean, as long as these ones can be used, that's fine. Yeah, close. And then packs. I want to go to that pack. Where is it? And then F. Thing is, I don't even know which one I'm fucking loading in now.
But you don't know.
God, turn yourself down.
But you don't know. No, you don't know.
No.
But you don't know. No, you that's gonna got me like a fool. And it's you that's gonna lose. Yeah. Got me like on my worth it. I know that I'm my worth it for you to review. I know that I'm my worth it to come somehow. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. And you don't have the right to come somehow. And you don't have the right to come somehow life. I cannot control my mind. I am a woman of power and muse. I do not settle for you and your views, yeah. I am a woman of power and muse. I do not settle for you and your views, yeah. What I gotta prove that I'm worth it for you. I cannot realize, I cannot be fine. And take what you can have. 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 And take what you can. And take what you can have. 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 And take what you can Why? It don't mean nothing to you. Yeah, you and your views. You and your views. You and your views.
Find what I'm looking for. Sounded good before, now I think it all sounds shit. I can't even fucking click on that, can I? So Splice needs to sort his app out. This is actually a joke. I can't listen to it. Physically cannot, and it doesn't give me an option of like where to send out the audio to. Actual madness. Right. Mm. Yeah, fucking do that. Oh, what? I'm fucking joking, right? No, I'm on that plan, so I should have Bridge set up. I have the Bridge plugin. And do I have it? Not that good.
Welcome to Splice Bridge, a plugin that allows you to preview any Splice sound running in Ableton. First, make sure that you have installed Splice Bridge. You can always check the tools section of the Splice desktop application to reinstall Splice Bridge. Then, navigate to Ableton Preferences and ensure that Use Audio Units and Use VST3 plugins are turned on.
Is audio unit. Specifically for Mac. Like, are you actually like of what about those Windows lot, Splice?
On. You can then navigate to plugins and find Splice under audio units or VST3 and simply double click or drag it onto a new MIDI track. Once Bridge is connected, any sample you select and preview in the Splice desktop app will be routed through Bridge and played back in Ableton. When you find a sample you like, simply drag and drop it from the Splice desktop app into Ableton.
Yeah, that's not how that works. That sounds so easy.
The tools section of the Splice desktop app.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Application to reinstall Splice Bridge. Then navigate to Ableton Preferences, go to the Plugins tab, and ensure that Use Audio Units and use.
Right. Is this why this isn't working then? If I go back to my sample.
Use VST3 plugins are turned on. You can then navigate to Plugins and find Splice under Audio Units or VST.
I gotta rescan my plugins now, you joking? Joke. Okay. Fuck it. Look. Alright, you and you, so you're going to take input from 27 and why are you not taking input from 27? Yeah, no, I should be on the same like plan, but it's just I don't know, man. I seem to have like all the fucking issues humanly possible to have, like besides the computer failing. Like I'm just troubleshooting all the compatibility issues all the time. I'm doing it a lot more than I'm making music, that's for sure. 27. And then you are going to be... auto... No, I want... What's it called? They've changed the thing, haven't they? Shifter, that's it. Frequency. A little bit each way, 50%. No, I don't want it on you, I want it on you. Make it a bit more interesting than that. No, I do want that. It kind of sounds like a robot fucking duck. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Robot duck attack. Okay. Okay, let's try and make a variation on this. And then let's make a high cut. Okay, we've already got a high cut sound.
Thank you.